Joining us now to talk about his team and high school football as a whole, gentleman that's done an excellent job at Belle Chasse High School, and of course we knew him from Higgins as well, and he continues to march his Cardinals into the playoffs on an annual basis, playing in a very tough district and in a tough classification, and shortening that game, Ed, every chance he gets, right?
Hey, his last name is Meyers for a reason.
Stephen Meyers
how y'all
of Belle
doing?
Chasse High School joining us. Stephen, how are you? How you doing, man?
Oh, doing good, man. We're doing good at Belle Chasse.
So you're doing good at Belle Chasse, and contrary to popular rumor, you absolutely positively have identified the forward pass, correct?
Oh, no doubt about it. We like running the ball. We are, but again, like you just said, we want to shorten the game and be in the game at the end, and we have a chance no matter who we're playing.
And that's a pretty good idea considering the competition you play against often, because you play some very tough teams.
Oh, goodness, that's for sure. You play our district core, Landry Walker, Helen Cox, and, in the past we have Warren Eastern. So teams with a lot of talent, a lot of speed, But I will say we are working on the pass. We're going to try to throw a little more this year. What that means in the games, we'll see. But we've been working on it. So.
Yeah, is there any truth you've been sending him all kinds of spread formations by email? Is that correct?
I'm just, I'm a coach, okay? I see a lot of people who, in my opinion, don't run the ball enough. And I think in high school football, I know it's changed a lot. I get it, okay? But I think in high school football, if you can run that ball and play defense, you got a chance in a lot of games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's what we try to do. We run plays out. I call our offense a spread option. Because we spread it out. We don't always use a tight end, and we're not always under the center. We're in the pistol, a good bit. Coach Wes Mee, our offense coordinator, he does a great job. But so we run it out of spread formations also, and but you got to be able to run the ball. That's, I guess that's old school. And I'm. This will be my 32nd year of coaching. So now I guess that's just what I believe in and what we believe in. And the kids believe in it now. So, we won 9 games, two years in a row. We've been in the playoffs, won 3, last 3 years we've won a playoff game each year. And, hopefully this year we can take the next step, So, and I think that gives us the best chance. We, it's not the prettiest, we're not the prettiest offense, but it's all about what's best for the team, and what's going to help us win the game, win a game, win as many games as possible.
Stephen Meyers with us from Belle Chasse High School, and Stephen, your team this year. Talk about what you've got coming back. You've been consistent as can be with your program. You just alluded to what's happened the last 2 years. What about the experience you have on this year's team, and what about some of your better players?
Well, on offense, we returned 7 starters. We have a new quarterback. We lost a 3-year starter, Jordan Mariana, who was a really good high school football player, really tough. So it's going to be hard to replace him, but we're putting Twilly Lovett, who played running back and defensive back the last 2 years for us. He's going to be playing quarterback the majority of the time. We got some really good young running backs who I think are going to be, a couple I think that'll be as good as I've coached. And our offensive line should be much improved from last year. So offensively, I think things will be definitely better than last year. And then defensively, we returned 4 starters. We did lose the entire defensive line, a couple linebackers and defensive backs, but we got a lot of good young talent, and we got a group. We have 12 seniors, and they're good kids. They work hard, and they're good leaders. So it's going to be a good mix, I think, this year. Hopefully we get to play.
How many times do you ask that question a day, Coach, about the players?
Oh my goodness, all the time. We thought we were going to go to phase 3 on Monday, but
right.
But things happen, I guess, and it's out of our hands. So we just do the best we can. Since June 8th, we've been practicing 80+ kids every day. We have them in groups, 25. We do the temperature checks. We ask them all the questions. And I'm going to be honest with you, we haven't had one football player test positive. So, and that's 80-plus kids. We got about 85 kids on the team. And this summer's really been probably the best turnout we've had. We've always had a great turnout. But kids want to get out. They're tired of being at home. I mean, so
Coach, can you talk about the precautionary measures? And I know all the high schools are doing everything they can to keep the kids safe. Can you talk about what you do as far as protocol to do everything you can to take care of your guys?
Yeah, well, first thing, like, for example, we got them staggered coming in groups. And I think all the high schools are doing it. We spoke yesterday a little bit. The high school coaches are doing, all of us. I mean, we're going to do the best. The coaches are going to do a great job what they're doing because they want to play. They want the kids to play, so they're going to do everything possible. So we're doing probably similar to most schools. We bring them in staggered, one group at 2:30, one group at 3:30, one group at 4:30. When they get there, they got their masks on. We take their temperature, groups of 25, and then one group goes and works out. The next group's, got their mask on waiting outside, spread out. And, group one goes outside to the field. Group two goes to the weight room. We repeat it. So, you do the temperatures, you ask the questions. And the kids know. I've had a really good, this year, like I told them, I said, if you feel sick, if you wake up or you don't feel good, text me, let me know, don't come. And they've done a good job of that, So I give the players credit also, and the parents.
Amen.
Stephen Meyers of Belle Chase High School, 260-1061, to join us. Stephen, your offense, your defense, which side is ahead right now? What's the strength of your team?
Well, I would say maybe the offense is a little bit ahead because we have been able to do, put plays in. And again, we talked about running the football and phase 2 and even the beginning of phase 3. I think we could only hit, right now you can put shoulder pads on, but you can't, and you can hit dummies. Well, when you run the football like we do, we need to be able to hit each other. So it's, but I do believe the offense is ahead a little bit just because I think we got some really good players, and that always helps on offense. And some of them will be playing defense though, but the offense is probably a little bit ahead right now.
How much time do you really need with a full practice to get a team ready to play a regular season game?
If we could play for us, if they said you got 2 weeks, we'd be ready to go. I'm just being honest with you because we've been running them. We've been working since June 8th. Mm-hmm. And it's been smaller groups, but we've been doing following the protocols. But we're spending a lot more time at school. But we've been putting the plays in, and we need a couple weeks to hit, and that's because everything else is in. We did the special teams, and I do groups with that, and it's just been logistical. Logistically, but that's what you got to do, So I think 2-3 weeks at the most for us.
Ed?
I don't know about other schools.
Coach, I talked to another coach recently. We're going to air an interview here in the next week or so, but this coach told me that he's not practicing until after Labor Day, and it's going to take him 4 weeks to get ready, max. Okay. And he feels like, hey, he can have everything, ready to go. I guess everyone was just waiting, hoping that, somehow that we would be in phase 3 and we could move on.
We got to get to phase 3, and hopefully in 2 weeks we can, But I we'll see. I'm hoping, and we're all hoping, and I hope for the numbers. They've been down, so hopefully the governor will move us on, or Mr. Bondale, just say, will help us out, because the kids. My son's a 10th grader, and he wants to play. But I really feel for the seniors. All these seniors, they are at wits end. Are they going to get to play this year? Most of these kids will never play football again. Majority of them. So hopefully in 2 weeks we're going to phase 3.
We want to make sure we get the information out there. But from your perspective, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you can answer the question. Do the coaches want to play? Do the players want to play 100%? What about the parents of players? Are they all in? Your
Well,
thoughts?
like I said, this has been our best summer of workouts since June 8th, and they all showing up every day. And they're. I think the players, the coaches, the parents, the community, we all want to play. Yeah, everybody wants to play. We're just waiting for to get the go ahead.
In your opinion, should a school system be responsible for making their own decisions? Is that something you think should be happening rather than one governing body per se?
Well, I don't know what to say about that, but I mean,
if you don't want to answer, that's fine. But my point, and Ed and I were discussing this before you came on. Though the point is, if players, coaches, parents, and school systems want to play, then why not give them that opportunity? And if some decide they don't want to, then they don't have to, and therefore don't participate. Exactly what we're seeing right now in college football.
Oh, no, I agree with you there. I mean, there's no reason you can't do an opt-out. It's just like the players. If I have players on my team that say, Coach, a parent, I don't want to play, well, he's not going to play this year. And school districts should have the same as colleges. I mean, look at the SEC, the ACC, the Big 12. They're playing, and now the Big 12 up there, they all the Big 10. I mean, they all
Big 10,
trying to get to play now because it's going to hurt them and everything. As far as colleges, it's going to hurt them with recruiting and all. There's no doubt about it. So, but yeah, as far as high school, there's no reason that we can't. If you don't want to play, your school don't want to play, your district don't want to play, then opt out.
Right.
Don't hold everybody back because of a few. Just let people make their own decisions. But
exactly the case we made, and that's it, Ed. I mean, I think that's truly where it's at this point. And here's the backside of that: if you make that conscious decision as a parent, as a player, as a coach, as a school system, and there is some sickness that results, you understood the risk going in. You accept that responsibility. Correct, Ed?
I think that's true, Kenny, but I also think that part of the thing that's holding this up is the liability issue, okay? And I think that's a big part of it that maybe sometimes people overlook. But that's obviously a problem right now. And I don't know. And look, I'm not criticizing the LHSAA, all right? They were following the protocols of the state, and, I think it's pretty obvious that Mississippi would not have moved forward without the governor's blessing in that state. He's the one who came up with all the protocols, or at least a bunch of them from what I have seen. He's been extremely active. But, when you're stuck in phase 2, I can't think of a better definition of stuck, because right now, that's, to me, next to the word stuck in the dictionary ought to be Louisiana high school football.
No doubt about it. That's for sure. We've been in phase 2, 6, 7, 8 weeks now? It's beginning of July, maybe. And then with 2 weeks, hopefully, with the, I'm not going to get into politics, but no. I just hope he can move us on, because we'll see what happens.
Well, right there with you. It goes without saying. And listen, this is a situation where we all really agree on this at this point. And again, we're not here to vilify anyone or to cast aspersions at anyone. We're simply stating opinion based on what we're witnessing, not only in other states, but what we've witnessed here. And we just heard from Coach Meyers saying they've had 0, let me repeat that, 0 positive tests over an extended period of time with their student athletes as well. And again, with the testing in place, everybody's cleared. You go play a game. What is the risk of playing the game if no one, and I repeat, no one on the sideline, on the field, has any trace of this virus whatsoever? So to me, that's kind of where it's at right now, and the way I feel, and I think we all agree on that. So, kumbaya, it's good.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I tell the players each time, the governor talks, I say, well, 2 weeks, hopefully in 2 weeks, and that's all we can do. I mean, we just, we're just hoping we get to play. The players And football. I mean, football. There's always a liability. Especially in the sport of football. Getting hurt, getting this or that. But we'll see. I mean, I'm 50 years old, so maybe I need to be more. I'm more. Be more worried about me than the players. I mean, my son's 15. I'm not worried about him getting corona. He'll get it. Maybe a sniffle, maybe not. But that's a choice me and my wife's going to make, and that's what everybody's got to do. So I don't know. It's just kind of frustrating.
Well, I understand that completely. Keep sawing wood, my friend. Hopefully, we'll be talking about a football game soon. Stephen Meyers, head coach, Belle Chasse Cardinals. Thank you for the time this morning. Nothing but the best to you, your family, and your Cardinal program. And listen, just keep up the good work. You hear?
Oh yeah, appreciate it, and thank you all. Thanks for everything y'all do. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Stephen.
All right.
You got it, Coach Stephen Meyers at Belle Chasse.